Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We are the boys from the Baltic Star. I'm Ben, and with me tonight is Ewan. And we are only two this evening. So tonight we are going to play a fighting fantasy game book, an absolute classic from long ago, back in the 80s when I was very young and Ewan hadn't even been invented yet. Yeah, it's a long time ago. I promise it's a long, long time ago. Long, long time. So, um, the game we're going to play tonight is called Caverns of the Snow Witch. It is a true classic, one of the very early ones. This one is written by Ian Livingstone. I can't remember exactly how early it was, but it's something like I don't know, 12th or something. It's fairly early in the series. Um, it was re-released. This version is a re-release from a few years ago, but the difficulty is the same. The problems are the same. The chaos will be the same, though we're not actually doing Citadel of Chaos today. Um, right. So first of all, how are you, Ewan? You doing all right?
I'm doing very well, thanks, Ben. Very well. How about yourself?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you optimistic about our success in this
I'm
venture?
always optimistic about our success in writing fantasy books, which never fails.
We have, I think it's fair to say, an extremely consistent record.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
and I think we do generally what the books are designed to have players do.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's essentially true. We are exceptional, in fact, um, at this sort of process of trying,
Yep.
failing,
Yep.
and then sadly not actually trying again immediately when it's all fresh in our memory, but forgetting about it and then trying a different book. And by the time we come back to one, we never know what on earth we missed.
Very true. Yes.
Yeah, we're not ultimately all that successful at following the intended route. But you never know. This time could be the one.
It could be. It could be. It's only a matter of time. I keep telling myself.
Absolutely. Um, so we have a an obvious and immediate thing to get started with because we need to do some character rolling.
The fun bit.
So for this game, as with practically all of them, though there are a few weird ones, the basic stats are skill, stamina, and luck. So for those three, we first need to roll for skill. That is 1d6 plus 6. So I have a mighty 7 in skill.
I see. I rolled a 5, which is pretty good as far as things go for an 11.
That's yes, problematic. Um, it's all going well. Stamina,
Yep.
2d6 plus 12. You see, here it's gone well.
Ah, well.
I
I'm
rolled an
glad it has for
11.
you. I rolled a 5, which will be a 17.
And what did you roll on the other die?
No, Ben. That's the combination of my two dice.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And and for luck, 1d6 plus 6. Oh, that's better. That's a 6.
Very good. Mine is another 5.
Okay.
11.
So, that's all excellent. With really just one teensy snag, I guess,
Mm.
which is that we have a little house rule that we have to follow.
Mm. I
Um,
forgot about the non-fun part of character creation.
well, we did start out as a traveller stream, so if you can't die in travel in character creation, there's really no point. Um, so we have to lose 4 points from our totals somewhere each. Because we're going through two-handed, and that makes it a bit more fair. Obviously, I'm not going to lose any points from my skill because I've only got 7. And I don't want to lose any luck because that can bite you if you're not careful. So I'm afraid
It's very true.
I'm going to have to take it all off stamina,
Ooh.
which isn't terrible. It drops me to 19.
See, my stamina is not particularly good, which is concerning because your 19 is still higher than mine.
Ah, okay.
I am, however, going to take one off skill to give me a total of 10.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2 off luck to go for a 9. And then I'm going to take 1 off stamina to go for a 16. It feels reasonably balanced and probably very silly, but here we are.
As you say, here we are. Now, we each get 10 provisions.
Very good.
And we can each have a potion. Now, the potions we can have are a potion of skill, which restores lost skill points back to original value. A potion of strength, which restores your stamina points back to original value. Or a potion of fortune, which restores luck points back to original value and adds 1 to your initial luck. So, I must confess, my temptation would be to go for a potion of fortune because it would be quite cool that when I use it, I would hit luck 13.
Ooh,
It would
that
give
would
me
be
one
quite cool.
absolutely guaranteed lucky roll.
Mm.
However, I can't do that because I've got 7 in skill. So I'm afraid it has to be a skill potion because if I take any knock at all, I'm going to need to restore that.
That makes sense. And I'm probably going to reason along the same lines and take a potion of strength. I know we have the provisions as well. How much do they add?
4 per
4
iteration.
per use. But I am going to take the potion of strength because stamina 16 does not fill me with hope at this stage.
I understand, yes. Right.
And of course, it's important that our stamina never fails. This is
May your stamina
rules,
never fail.
isn't it?
Yes, the guy who told us this literally wrote the book.
Yeah.
So, winters in northern Alancia are always cruel and bitter. The snow falls thick and the icy wind blows hard, chilling everybody to the bone. For the past few weeks, you've been hired by a merchant called Big Jim's Son to protect his trading caravans as they roll their way slowly north to the frozen outposts. The horse-drawn carts are laden with cloth, utensils, weapons, salted meats, spices, and tea. which are traded for furs and ivory carvings made from mammoth's tusks. Big Jim is not usually worried about travelling north, as bandits only attack his caravans on the return journey. He's not alone in recognising the value of the northern goods. On this particular trip, you're walking ahead of 6 carts across a frozen lake. In the distance, you can see the snow-capped peaks of the Icefinger Mountains jutting out of low cloud. Your destination lies at the base of the mountains, where the Northmen meet to trade. Snow is falling, but not too heavily. You stop to prod the ice with your sword to make sure it can bear the weight of carts, when suddenly the shrill call of a hunting horn breaks the silence. You stand up and run back to the carts to talk to Big Jim. He's sitting next to the driver of the second cart, puffing on a long briar pipe. A huge man with a great bushy beard, Big Jim is obviously a man to be reckoned with. His bright blue eyes scan the horizon, searching for signs of life. In a deep voice he says, "Sounds like it came from the outpost. Reckon you better go and investigate. Could be trouble, and get back quick." You set off straight away towards the outpost at the base of Icefinger Mountains. You arrive 2 hours later at a scene of ugly carnage. The snow is red with blood, and all the wooden huts are smashed and torn down. 6 men lie dead, their bodies slashed, their axes at their sides in the snow. Judging by the size of the footprints, the creature that attacked the outpost must have been enormous. There is nothing you can do for the unfortunate Northmen, so you head back towards Big Jim's caravan to report the news. You reach them in an hour, but as the daylight is fading, and relate the terrible news that has befallen the outpost. Big Jim orders the carts to be drawn into a circle to protect his men during the night. A large fire is built into the centre of the circle, and you sit down beside it to talk to Big Jim. Everybody is nervous, and a guard is posted to watch for signs of movement outside. In a low voice, Big Jim asks you if you will hunt the terrible creature. For otherwise, his business will be ruined forever. You smile and reply that you will track down the beast, but only for a purse of 50 gold pieces. Big Jim's jaw drops open, and it takes a great deal of persuasion before he agrees to your demand. The snow finally stops falling as you settle down for the night. Sleep is a long time coming, for your mind is active with thoughts of the impending hunt. When you wake just after dawn, the fire is reduced to dying embers. Wisps of smoke rise gently into the morning mist, and not a sound is to be heard. You walk over to where Big Jim is sleeping and tap him on the shoulder. He wakes with a start, and you tell him that you're setting off and hope to be back later in the day. You wave to the guard as the snow starts to fall again, and make your way back to the outpost. Now, among the things they're nervous about may be that they're on a frozen lake and they lit a fire in the middle of it. That would be one of the things that would worry me. I'm just saying.
It would be up there for sure.
Yeah. It may not be the only thing they're scared of, but it would be something that I would think about, certainly. By the time you reach the outpost again, the bodies are blanketed with snow, and the beast's footprints are covered over. The visibility is poor as you set off towards the mountains, where you hope to find the abominable killer. The snow on the mountainside is soft, and you sink in up to your knees as you climb slowly up. You soon find yourself at the edge of a crevasse, which is spanned by an ice bridge. Do you wish to cross the crevasse by the ice bridge, or would you rather walk around the crevasse? So that's our first decision.
Very nice. Well, I mean, the good news is that I assume they would have told us if somebody's lit a fire on the ice bridge.
Yes, I think they would have mentioned that.
That would be concerning.
I mean, there's a little part of my brain that says they wouldn't kill us with our very first decision, would they?
Well, I mean, a part of me likes to think the same, but then at the same time, at least they'd know that we weren't heavily invested in the game at this point, and it would be a quick reset. So maybe they would.
I mean, obviously, ice bridges are a thing that could be dangerous, but so could walking around the crevasse. There could be something nasty out there that we can avoid by cutting straight across. I suppose the question we have to ask ourselves is, do we feel that an ice bridge is in any way, shape or form a door?
I'm going to be honest. It's a hard sell, I think. Saying that it's a door. I mean, it's not even. I assume it's not even made out of wood.
No, I think the term ice bridge implies very strongly that it's made out of ice.
Yeah.
Which may mean that if it is a door, it's a natural door. And we haven't had a lot of luck with natural doors.
That's true.
So what's your thinking? You think we should go around?
I mean, I'm sort of leaning that way, but I mean, I'm not going to say no. I definitely won't cross it. I'll be honest. If you're eager to jump across the ice bridge,
I am not. I'm not particularly excited either way, to be honest.
Okay.
So if you're happy to walk around and that's where your feelings go, I think we should probably go for that.
Okay, let's do it then.
Okay. So we will walk around the crevasse, and that is 310. As you walk along the edge of the crevasse, the wind starts to howl, blowing flurries of snow into your face. You put your head down and stride into the wind. A dark shape suddenly looms out of the curtain of snow. A huge, hairy mammoth stands before you, its long tusks curving out threateningly. Trumpeting loudly, it lumbers forward to attack. It is a mammoth with skill 10 and stamina 11.
Okay.
So, anyone who hasn't been here before, this is where we die, basically. Because it has skill 10. So, if I were on my own without Ewan to help me, this would definitely be a death sentence. Because it has skill 10. And that's very dangerous.
It's significant for sure.
So what we do basically is we take it in turns to roll an attack for ourselves and for the mammoth. Attacks basically happen simultaneously, and then we knock off the inevitable stamina that we're going to lose horrifically badly. And that's the game. So I will roll for me. It's 2d6 plus my skill, which is 7. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a 10 for 17.
Mine is it's very much not so good. Mine is a 6 on the dice for 16.
Okay.
Could be
17.
worse.
I mean, that could be worse.
Yeah.
The mammoth has rolled 11 for 21. You normally go odds or evens, I forget.
I normally go odds.
Okay. Well, if you're happy to do that, odds or evens.
That works for me.
It has landed upon me with a 6. So so I immediately drop to 17 stamina.
Oh.
And this is how it goes. Right. Next attack. Okay, I have rolled a 3 for a mighty 10.
Mine is 9, which is much better for a 19.
Fantastic. The mammoth has rolled a 4, which means it drops to 9 stamina thanks to your attack. However, it does matter which of us it goes for.
Yes.
It has rolled a 2, so I also take. Sadly.
That is not good.
A 2-point hit. Right. Next up, I'm attacking. That could be worse. That's an 8, total of 15.
Mine is a 5 for a total of 15.
Okay. 2 15s. This would be a very good time for the mammoth to roll poorly.
It would indeed.
That's an 8 for a total of 18.
No such luck.
And he's rolled a 1, so I'm afraid that's 2 off you.
Okie dokie. Which takes him down to 14.
I am comfortably on 15. Right, I've rolled a 5 for a total of 12.
And mine is a 7 for a 17. Yes.
Okay. A 12 and a 17. The mammoth has rolled an 8 for a total of 18. And it's a 3, so it's gone for you, I'm afraid.
That'll be me. Okay.
Right, come on, dice.
It's time to change those dice. Pick a different two.
I've rolled a 7 for a total of 14.
Mine's a 6 for 16.
14 and 16, okay.
Oh dear.
The mammoth has rolled an 11 for a total of 21.
Oh, this mammoth.
And it's gone for you again, I'm afraid, with a 1.
Okie dokie. Still in double figures. This is good news.
Yes, keep holding on to that plan.
Yeah.
I have rolled a 7, total of 14.
Very good. I've rolled a 7 as well for a 17.
Fantastic. Mammoth has rolled a 7 for a total of 17. So it's tied with you. And thankfully it went for you, so it didn't do any damage to us.
Nice.
Okay.
Some new dice. Going through all of them.
Okay, I have rolled a 2 for a total of 9.
Right. Mine is a 7 for a 17 again.
The mammoth has rolled an 8 for a total of 18. And has gone for me this time. Which, believe it or not, is probably good news, because I'm healthier than you are in terms of stamina.
That is true.
Right. Oh, I was optimistic there for a moment because I saw a 6. It's actually a total of 8 for a total of 15.
Mine is a 9 for a 19.
Oh, and the mammoth has rolled a 4 for a total of 14. That means he's gone from 9 down to 5 stamina.
Ooh.
That's better.
Which is not bad, is it?
And
That
I've
is-
rolled
that's
a
good
9 for a total of 16.
And mine is a 7 for 17.
Okay. The mammoth has rolled an 8 for a total of 18. And has gone for me.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm still in double figures. Just very just. Okay. I have rolled a 7 for a total of 14.
Mine is a 5 for 15.
Okay. Mammoth is a 6 for a total of 16. And has gone after me again. I am no longer in double figures.
Ah.
You know, because reasons.
Yeah.
I've rolled a 5 for a total of 12. I'm feeling bad about this now. I think we're going to die.
Mine is a 3, Ben, for 13. Equally as worse. I would
Has rolled a
say.
6.
Worse.
And has gone for me again. I'm down to 7 now.
Oh, no.
Okay. We just need to get a little fragment of luck because it's on 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I have rolled a 10 for a total of 17.
Ooh.
That's
Very
a bit
nice. A minus 9 for a total of 19.
Fantastic. The mammoth has rolled a 5 for a total of 15. That means it is down to 1 stamina. And I'm going to roll a luck to see if I can deliver the coup de grace with it.
Oh, good choice.
And because I don't want to go another round, I rolled a 7 for my luck. So that means my luck has now dropped to 11, but the mammoth is dealt with.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I thought that was it.
Yeah, I thought we were doomed there. We just needed a little chink of luck where it just rolled badly once and we weren't terrible and we'd knock most of it off.
Yeah.
Right. So, as that is correct, I'm now going to take the opportunity to eat some provision.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take 1.
So I'm going to take 3.
You did take the lion's share of the beating.
But if I take 3, then I am back up to my peak of 19.
Nice.
Which is not terrible. So
no, not at all.
So there we go. Right, if you win, turn 2. It takes half an hour of hard walking to reach the end of the crevasse. You're now able to climb further up the mountain. The steep climb and the swirling snow combine to make the going slow. The snow is beginning to fall very heavily, swirling around in the strong wind. A blizzard is starting. If you wish to use your sword to dig a shelter in the snow, turn to 281. If you'd rather press on, 229. I'm tempted to say I have no clue which of these would be the better choice.
Mm.
If we press on, it's probably going to cost us some stamina or something. But if we dig in the snow, I don't know. They'll find some way of being brutal to us, won't they?
Potentially, yeah.
Um, so, um, maybe the right thing to do is to dig a shelter and try to recover, because it's a blizzard. Trying to ride it out may seem like the wise thing to do.
Yeah, let's give it a go, shall we?
Okay, let's try digging a shelter. 1. You hurriedly cut blocks of ice out of the mountainside and build a makeshift igloo. I thought we were going to dig a cave, to be honest, rather than an igloo, but okay.
Yeah.
You crawl into it as the blizzard blows down the mountain with ferocious power. Your body heat is retained inside the igloo and you keep warm. However, you must eat 2 portions of your provisions to regain your strength
Oh.
after the tiring walk and the effort of building the igloo. This does not increase your stamina. Okay.
Oh, even worse.
Excellent. I'm down to 5 provisions and we barely started.
Yeah.
An hour later, the blizzard dies down and you crawl out of your shelter to continue your quest. Okay. Underneath an overhanging rock, you see a small wooden hut built against the side of the mountain. Its roof is piled high with snow and long icicles hang down from the window ledges. You see a set of deep footprints leading from the hut up the side of the mountain. Would you like to enter the hut or follow the footprints in the snow? Well, I mean, it did say that the deep footprints lead from the hut, but I think it's strongly implied that it's a door.
I mean, the huts have doors.
I'm guessing particularly a hut, that isn't on a tropical beach, for example.
Yeah. That seems accurate.
Okay, then you're happy with entering the hut?
Let's do it.
Okay, enter the hut. Yes, I'm getting door-like vibes as well, Sparrow.
Mm.
The front door of the hut is frozen shut and you have to batter it with your shoulder to open it. There's only one room inside the hut, containing the belongings of a fur trapper. Traps, furs, and sacks are stacked into a corner of the room. A wooden bed, a table and chair, and some cooking utensils show signs of recent use, and the ashes in the fire are still warm. If you wish to put some logs onto the fire and warm up cold stew in one of the pans, turn to 118. If you'd rather leave the hut and continue your quest, 192. I mean, it's a bit gamey to say this, but I think the only thing we're going to get from Stu is restored stamina, and I'm topped up. How are you doing?
I'm 2 down, but I'm not overly concerned at this stage. I could have eaten. I could eat another provision if I was that worried about it.
So you're happy to press on and just follow the footprints?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Then we will turn to 192 and see what that brings us. As you're about to leave the hut, you catch sight of some weapons lying under the bed. Would you like to take a couple of them with you? Or not be encumbered by the additional weight and rather leave without them? Well, I feel it would be very rude not to steal his weapons.
There is a little bit of that I'm thinking, but also we've just been savagely and brutally shown a thing or two by a polar bear. So I feel as though we could do with all the weapons we we can carry.
I mean, I think Sparrow has a point. I mean, realistically, if he isn't already dead, and therefore we can take advantage of his largesse, he very soon will be, because we'll have taken away his only weapons.
Mm.
Yes, I think we should take the weapons, honestly.
I think, generally speaking, writing fantasy books tend to be less concerned about theft.
And it's not as if we ate his
If
stew or anything.
No, well, precisely. We left food. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Granted, he might not be able to hunt for any more without any weapons, but
well, maybe this will be
some.
the push he needs to take up a different occupation, one where there aren't blizzards and mammoths,
or to teach himself blacksmithing.
Ideal. Something that's a very warm thing to be doing when you live in a land of blizzards and mammoths.
Exactly.
We're probably doing him any number of favours. Okay, so we shall take a couple of his weapons. It does, to be fair, just say if you wish to take a couple of them. So we may even be leaving him some weapons. Right. Okay. You take a warhammer and a spear before leaving the hut. Good. Okay. We make a quick note of that.
Plan.
And one of those, just in case there are specific reasons we need those actual weapons. Outside again in the deep snow, you set off on your trek up the mountainside, following the footprints in the snow. Good. We can tell him we found his weapons and we're bringing them to him. The high altitude and thin atmosphere make you pant for breath as you continue your climb. Lose 1 stamina point. I knew it was going too well.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll hold out. No, I won't. I'm gonna take a provision if I may, then, and take me back up to full.
Suddenly you hear the cry of a human voice followed by a ferocious roar. Not far ahead, you see a fur trapper fighting for his life against a gigantic bear-like beast with long white fur and sharp teeth protruding from its jaws. It is the killer beast that you've been hunting, the abominable Yeti. You watch the unfortunate trapper being gashed by the Yeti's claws and falling face down in the snow. Incensed by the vicious attack, you scream at the Yeti and run through the snow to attack it. No, I don't. No. I have skill 7.
Where's our choice in this one?
It doesn't give us any choice. We attack it, apparently.
Well.
Oh, wait. Are you carrying a spear?
Ooh.
Yes, we are. If you are, turn to 391. This seems positive.
It does. It does indeed.
If you have... Hang on a second, let me just check that makes sense. 391. Yes. Yes, we are. 391. Yes, okay. If you have frostbite on your sword arm, turn to 195. We do not. If not, turn to 249. Oh, this is a gated thing with multiple options.
We don't have it on our spear arm either.
No. We do not. 1 second. Gripping the shaft tightly, you pull back your arm and hurl the spear at the snarling Yeti. Roll 1 die.
Ooh.
So, this feels like a very good roll. Because it says you go to a different place if you roll a 1 than if you roll anything else. So I'm guessing that if we didn't have a spear or we had some frostbite, the numbers would be different. So this feels like a good one. So,
okay,
go ahead and roll a die, and if it's a 1, we're probably doomed, or at least we have to fight it.
Yeah, of course. It is not a 1. It is a 6.
Oh, fantastic!
Which
you
feels
overachieved
like
there a
6,
bit,
but yeah,
you actually overachieved a bit. You roll a 2 or greater. Yes. So we turn to 219. That's right.
of course we might be entirely wrong, and a 1 might have been what we're after.
The spear flies through the air and thuds into the Yeti's shaggy chest. Good. It roars in pain, but does not fall. You quickly draw your sword to fight the enraged beast. Okay, so I'm guessing we get to fight a slightly weaker Yeti, basically. That's what we won through not having frostbite and having a spear and all the rest.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, the Yeti. Skill 10.
Oh.
Stamina 9. Why does everything in this book have skill 10? Okay. Skill 10, stamina 9. And the really good news is this time I'm starting slightly down on stamina from where I was last time, and slightly down on luck. So everything's going to go brilliantly. Skill 10, stamina 9. Let's go for an attack.
Let's go.
I have rolled a 7 for a total of 14.
I have also rolled a 7 for a 17 for me, please.
The Yeti has rolled a 10 for a total of 20.
Yeah.
And it's gone for me, obviously. Okay. Right. Still well in double figures. We're fine. This is fine.
Good stuff.
I have rolled an 11 for a total of 18.
Mine is an 8 for an 18 as well.
A pair of 18s. We could really use him messing up.
A 7 would be good.
He has rolled a 5 for a 15. That means he is down to just 5 stamina.
Nice.
That's very good. He's down to 5. This is going brilliantly now. We're not doomed at all.
We are not. We are not.
And I have rolled a 4 for a mighty 11.
Mine is a 10 for a total of 20.
Fantastic. The Yeti has rolled a 6 for a total of 16. So it is down to 3 stamina now. And unfortunately, it went for me again. So I am down to 14 stamina. But it's down to 3 stamina.
Nice.
I feel good about that number.
That is a good number.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have rolled a 7 for a total of 14.
Mine is a 10 again for a total of 20.
It has rolled a 5 for a total of 15. So it is now down to just 1, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, oh yes, it's gone for me. So I'm down to 12. But I'm feeling better about this now because I think we've got him on the run, frankly. Or at least on the ropes.
Yeah.
Okay. I have rolled an 8 for a total of 15.
Mine is a 5 for 15.
Okay. Okay, the Yeti has rolled a 7 for a total of 17. And this time's gone for you.
Cool.
So you lose a couple of stamina.
2 stamina.
But as soon as we nick him now, he's done. So. And I have rolled.
Oh dear.
Oh, a 3 for a 10.
Mine's a 2. For a 12 total.
And as if just mocking us, the Yeti rolls a 9 for a 19.
Yeah.
And has gone for you again, I'm afraid.
That's quite all right. Does put me in the nice position of being able to eat 1 provision and get all of my stamina back.
Okay.
As things stand, of course.
I have rolled an 8 for a total of 15.
Mine is a 7 for a 17.
Okay. The Yeti has rolled an 11 for a total of 21.
Indeed.
And has gone for me, of course. Okay. No problem. This is fine.
Still good. Still good.
This is all fine.
Nice little spell. We're just waiting for that finishing blow.
I've rolled a 7 for a total of 14.
Mine is a 6 for a 16.
Okay. The Yeti's rolled an 8 for a total of 18. And this time it's you.
Okie dokie.
Are you still in double figures?
Just about. Just about.
I've rolled a 7 for 14.
Mine is a 9 for 19.
Okay. 11 for 21.
Yes.
Obviously.
Quite.
My turn. I am now down to 8 stamina. Okay. This is going to be fine. I'm confident.
Yeah. Me too.
I've rolled a 7 for 14.
Mine is a 3 for a 13.
Okay. It rolled a 4 for 14. So it does matter which of us it goes for. Yeah. It's gone for you, I'm afraid. So we don't do it any damage and you take a hit.
Okie dokie. That's 8 for me now as well.
Okay. Oh no, I've rolled a 3 for 10.
Mine is a 6 for 16. I think we should just use the doubles rule to remember what was
I do remember.
I've rolled quite a few doubles, but they've been very low doubles.
It's also rolled a 6 for 16. So it really does matter which of us it goes for. It's gone for me, of course. So I'm down to 6. This is fine. This is fine. We've only got to land 1 hit on it. Just 1 hit on it.
That's true. Yeah.
I've rolled an 8 for 15.
There's another double, but it's a 4 for 14.
Okay. A 3 for 13 for the mammoth.
Ooh.
So it is done.
Very nice.
Okay. So with the Yeti defeated, I think that's the end of the book, isn't it? Because we've done what we came here to do.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done. We're finished.
We are triumphant.
Now,
We've done well.
I need to restore. What is it? 13 provisions. 13 health. So that's basically 4 provisions will get me 1 off my peak. So we'll jump back up to 18 with a provision level now of 1.
Yes.
So I'm 1 off my maximum stamina, but I only have 1 provision left.
I'm going to take 2 provisions to give myself 8 stamina back and back up to my maximum of 16. Provisions are running quite low though, considering we've only fought two creatures.
Yes, and to be fair, stayed in a shelter or something, which cost us a couple.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. If you win, turn to 67.
By that, I assume it means win the book.
That must be what it means.
Book, turn to, yeah.
Yes, that must be exactly what it means. You kneel down beside the fur trapper and turn him over slowly. His eyes are barely open, and blood trickles down from the corner of his mouth. The Yeti has gouged deep wounds in his chest, and you realise that there is no hope of saving him. With a great effort, he reaches up and grabs you round the neck, pulling you down so that you can hear his dying words. He thanks you for trying to save him and insists on telling you his secret. In terrible pain, he struggles to whisper his story. He tells you that he's lived in the mountains for most of his life, hunting animals and trading their furs. But for the last 5 years, he's been searching for the legendary crystal caves. These caves have been cut out of a glacier by the followers of the Snow Witch, a beautiful yet evil sorceress, who is trying to use her dark powers to bring on an ice age so that she can rule supreme over the whole world. The entrance to the crystal caves is high up on this very mountain. It is open but hidden by an illusion. The unfortunate fur trapper found it by accident only yesterday, when he saw one of the Snow Witch's warriors seemingly walk straight through an ice wall and disappear. The trapper left a piece of fur hanging over the entrance so that he could find it again. Sadly, the Yeti has now put an end to his hopes. He asks you to enter the caves to slay the vile Snow Witch and leave her followers without their leader. There are legends about great treasures being frozen into the wall of the Snow Witch's lair, which would provide ample reward. The fur trapper suddenly grips you hard and then falls back silently into the snow. He's dead. You cover him with snow before deciding what to do. 50 gold pieces awaits you if you return with evidence of the Yeti's death to Big Jim's son. But the thought of a quest through the crystal caves beneath Icefinger Mountains excites you, and you decide to set off to find them. No?
50 gold sounds pretty good.
50 gold? And relic of Yeti and a warhammer?
Yeah.
We're fine. We're sorted. We won. We won the book.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We head back down the mountain,
And live happily
triumphantly,
ever after.
and we have won the book. Well done, Ewan. We don't do this very often. We are
No, it
victorious.
is a rarity, it must be said.
Yes. Only it doesn't actually give us that option.
Ah, I mean that feels very. I feel like I've been misled slightly as
Yeah.
to what our goals were, but
Yeah. We clearly have won the book. Only it then says just turn to 25, not congratulations. And I feel while the narrative is important, um, it's also kind of a game. So I guess we turn to 25.
I guess that is the plan.
Yeah. With my 7 skill and 18 stamina and 1 provision. Now that the snow has stopped falling, the sky is clear and blue. The air is cold and crisp, and the snow crunches beneath your feet. Slowly you make your way up, for some reason, the mountainside, looking for the cave entrance marker left by the fur trapper. Suddenly you hear a distant rumbling from above, the terrifying sound of an avalanche. Okay. First of all, can I just make a note that I think the underlying plot to this has been stolen from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Did they get misled as to why they were there as well?
I think so, yes. But it was perpetual winter but never Christmas or something. I don't know. I read it when I was 7 or something.
Yeah.
And frankly, they barely invented reading at that time. It's so long ago. Right, one of us needs to roll a luck check. And I feel it should probably be me because I'm still on 11.
You do have the better luck, I believe.
Okay. So 10 or lower, and we are lucky. I hate this book. I rolled an 11. Okay.
Wow.
We are well, first of all, let's follow the actual instructions here as well because I need to reduce my luck to 10. Just in case we survive this, it's important to keep a proper record. Unlucky. Yeah. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Turn to 109.
One.
Turn to 109 because we are unlucky. Okay. You look up and see great cascades of snow tumbling down the mountainside. With horror, you realize you're standing in the path of the avalanche. You look around and see an outcrop under which you could hide. The approaching mass of snow is no more than 100 meters away, and you struggle to run for cover. Roll 2 dice. If the total is the same as or less than your skill score, turn to yada yada yada. It's greater, roll to. I think it's your turn to roll, actually. I feel very strongly that you should roll this.
Okay, then. Am I looking for greater or less than my skill?
Equal to or less is one
Equal
option.
to or less.
Greater is the other option.
That makes a lot more sense. It is less than my skill.
Okay. Less than your skill. Right. You dive under the outcrop as the snow crashes down. Pressing yourself as close as you can against the ice-covered wall of your shelter, you wait until the avalanche has passed by. With a sigh of relief, you set off again in search of the crystal caves.
Oh.
Okay. This is okay.
It's not bad. It could be much worse. That is for sure.
Yeah. It's going brilliantly. Okay. You make your way slowly up the mountain until you reach a rock face that is too steep to climb. You walk around the side until you see a massive wall of ice, which completely blocks a gully between two peaks of the mountain. The glacier. Your heart leaps as you catch sight of the piece of fur left hanging on the wall of ice by the trapper. Although you cannot see the entrance, you walk straight ahead. You shut your eyes as you think you're about to walk into the wall of ice, but you walk straight through the illusion and find yourself inside a long tunnel carved into the ice. You walk down it and soon arrive at a T-junction. We can turn left or right. There is no other information.
Well, we've made it this far. Not necessarily through choice, but here we are.
Yes, I'm still waiting for it to say, or you can rethink your foolish choices and head back down the mountain. But no,
yeah,
it doesn't offer us that.
No. It certainly does not. Left or right, then, I guess.
Yeah. I don't. There's no other information, so I don't have a strong sort of plan in mind.
No. Shall we left?
Sure, why not? It is, after all, one of the rules of scouting, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Okay. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, always go left. We will try to turn left and go to 395 accordingly. Ah, Croy.
Hey, Croy.
Welcome. We are doing Fighting Fantasy Game Book tonight.
And we're not dead yet.
And we're not dead yet.
Which is always nice to be able to say.
It's practically unheard of, to be fair.
True.
The tunnel bends round to the right. As you turn the corner, you almost bump into a tall, pale-skinned humanoid coming the other way. He's wearing a white cloak with a hood pulled over his head. He's a mountain elf, one of the Snow Witch's followers. Will you nod your head and walk by nonchalantly? Tell him you've come to join the Snow Witch's followers, or attack him?
Well, now that's some choices.
This may literally be the first time we've been offered more than two options.
Yeah, I think you're right. Possibly.
So, nod head and walk by nonchalantly sounds logical, except we apparently know just by glancing at him that he's a follower of the Snow Witch. So presumably he would know the same?
You would imagine so. That would not be crazy. Plus, we don't have a high vis on, so I'm less inclined to use that option.
Yeah.
Of course, if we were wearing high vis and carrying a clipboard, then
exactly.
That's by far the best choice.
Leather armor and a warhammer seems less nonchalant.
Yeah.
There is, of course, the other problem that just because he's one of her followers doesn't mean he's happy about it.
That's true.
He might literally be fleeing her, for all we know.
Hmm.
So, do you think it's worth telling him we've come to join the followers? Because in my brain, if he's legging it and doesn't want to be part of her plan anymore, he might try to convince us to go with him and head down the mountain to, where we can find our 50 gold pieces and probably some soup or something.
Yeah. What the things that we were promised but not allowed to choose.
That's right. The
Yeah.
the things that, frankly, I feel a little bit disappointed in Mr. Livingston over.
Mm.
Um, I I don't think I don't feel like attacking him just randomly is the right way to go.
No, I think you're probably right. I think a more subtle approach is probably for the best.
And he's an elf, not a bear or something that you just stick your sword in. So are we happy with telling him we've come to join her followers and hope for the best?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay, let's give it a go.
It's an interesting option. I like it.
Well, it may be a terrible option.
It might be.
The mountain elf looks at you in disbelief and says, "Nobody of good heart would wish to join the Snow Witch. I'm only here because of this." Throwing back his head, the elf reveals a metal collar around his neck, which glows in the semi-darkness. "Only the obedience collar makes me serve her," he continues in dour voice. "Would you like to reiterate your desire to join the Snow Witch, or change your story and tell the elf that you intend to slay her?" Well, I feel he's given us a hint here, hasn't he?
I think so. I think so. And if he hasn't, then the collar has.
Yeah, I feel reasonably strongly that we should be able to now say to him, "We're here to kill her and hope for the best."
Yeah, and I don't think it's too much of a stretch to imagine that we would have just said that we were here to join because we didn't want to engage in a fight.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm hoping that's believable.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, then let's give it a shot, right? We will change our story and tell the elf that we intend to slay her and hope he believes us. The mountain elf looks at you and smiles. "Now you're talking," he says. "Kill her and free us. Here, take my cloak to disguise yourself, and follow this tunnel until it branches. Take the right-hand fork. Good luck." You shake the elf's hand and run off down the tunnel. So suddenly, since we only have the one cloak and there are two of us, we've become animals in a trench coat.
It's a very tall elf.
Totally normal human adults, or whatever it's called.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, so follow the tunnel until it branches and take the right-hand fork. Good luck. Assuming he's telling us the truth, of course. So we turn to... Where are we? 136. Okay. You soon arrive at the fork in the tunnel that the mountain elf mentioned, and deciding to take his advice, you enter the tunnel to your right. There's a lot of "you decide to do this" in this
There
book.
is.
rather than would you like to go, he told you to go right, would you like to follow his advice? Apparently we don't get to, not follow his advice.
Yeah.
So, yes, we follow to the right. 106. That's right. Okay. Further ahead, in the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a gap. You walk up to it and peer around to see a cave in which a Neanderthal is stripping the skin off a moose, making it ready for the large simmering stew pot behind him.
Hmm.
He's working very slowly, and he's being yelled at by the gnome cook, who is wearing a white apron and waving a wooden spoon in the air. If you wish to enter the crude kitchen, turn to 95. If you'd rather creep past the entrance, 267. Okay, so here's the thing. It's an entrance,
Yeah.
but is it a door?
Hmm.
I mean, if it was any other room we'd passed, we'd automatically go in, wouldn't we? If the
I
door
think
was...
so.
imagine there was a door and it was closed. We'd automatically go, let's
We'd
go
go in. Yeah.
in. I have no idea if it's a good idea, and it may be a terrible idea, of course. Technically, we do have a disguise.
We do have a disguise, and it's just a kitchen. I'm sure people come looking for food all the time
Yes.
who are meant to be here in not disguises, but very much the same outfit.
It's true. I mean,
I will say it's quite a stew heavy book. It's the second stew that we've come across so far.
I think it may hold the stew record, in fact, for the books that we've read. I'm not sure that most of the books have even one stew in them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Are you feeling that we should go in? Is that your gut instinct?
I'm tempted to, if for no other reason than it's a chap who's being picked on by a tiny, angry chef, and the weapons seem to be, a skinning knife and a wooden spoon.
Yeah, good point. Okay, let's do it. We've defeated a yeti and a polar bear. We don't need to be worried about a wooden spoon.
I think the polar bear was a mammoth, actually.
My mistake.
And we completely failed to save a trapper, and then very much confused an elf.
Yes.
I think we should give it a go.
Let's do
honestly.
it.
Yes, Croy, I mean, our track record is, as you correctly point out, it's not great. But so far we're alive. Not by an enormous amount, but we're alive.
We are.
And we're going to try entering the kitchen on the basis that if it was a door, we'd open it, basically.
Yeah.
So we will enter the kitchen and turn to 95. The gnome runs up to you and shouts, "Get out! Dinner will not be ready for another 2 hours. You'll hear the bell. Mind you, you look a little worse for wear, so you can have this stale cake if you wish." The gnome points at a piece of cake lying on the table. We could take the cake and leave, or attack the Snow Witch's servants. Well, once again, attacking random people while they're offering you cake seems a bit harsh.
Yeah, yeah. It does. It does. Even if they
On the
are.
other hand, it does say the cake is stale, so you've got to take that into account as well.
Yeah.
And there is always the possibility that the cake is a lie.
That's very true. Yes.
So well, I think taking the cake and going is probably the right way to do it, don't you?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. There's no. I mean, we've made it through, but we've had some difficult encounters so far. There's no reason to fight just for the just for the sake of it, is there?
Okay, then we will take the cake and leave. We turn to 290 and you leave the cave and turn left back into the tunnel, eating the cake as you go. It is stale and virtually tasteless, but gives you a little bit of energy. You can add a stamina point. Now, you see, things are looking up here because that's literally the stamina point I need to top me up to max.
Nice. That is good news. That is very good news.
10 to 198. In the distance, you hear chanting voices. Before long, the tunnel ends at the entrance to a large cavern. Kneeling down before an ice effigy in the shape of a demon, their hooded faces pressed to the ice floor in worship, are 10 of the Snow Witch's followers. There are 2 exits from the cave, one to your left and one to your right. If you are wearing a cloak, turn to 384. You are indeed perched on each other's shoulders in a cloak. You pull down the hood of your cloak as far as possible and walk towards the tunnel exit on your right. Okay. Test your luck. I think it's my turn, isn't it?
I believe it is. I could be wrong, but I believe it is.
Okay, that's a 4, which is lucky. That's very good. So, with a 4, I have reduced my luck a little bit. And where are we? There we go. We are lucky. Turn to 295. 295. None of the worshippers suspects that you're an intruder, and you're able to walk through their temple without trouble into the other tunnel. Turn to 137.
That is very good. Nicely done, Ben.
Oh, we're now flying through this.
We are indeed.
Yes. Put that right. 137. 137. Okay. The tunnel ends at a T-junction. To your left, you can hear cries for help. If you wish to turn left, turn to yada yada yada. If you wish to turn right, other yada yada. So, all we know is T-junction, turn left or right. Left, cries for help.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to say we go towards the cries for help, since apparently we've decided to be heroes?
Yeah, I mean, if we're not going to run away once we've completed the thing that we said we would do, because more treasure seems like a good idea. It feels like that perhaps maybe we should probably help somebody who's crying for help.
Also, there is the rule of always go left.
That's very true. Yeah.
So we will turn left and probably be doomed. Okay.
Or be heroes.
Or be heroes. That's
You never
optimistic.
know. It's an option.
Okay. The tunnel ends at the edge of a pit, out of which a dwarf is trying to climb, but he keeps slipping back. The floor of the pit is covered with large ice boulders, which have crashed down from a shaft above the pit. One lands on the dwarf's shoulders, and you can hear wild cheers from the top of the shaft as he tumbles onto the floor. The dwarf sees you and shouts, "Curse you, stranger, if you do not aid me. I see that you're not wearing a collar." Would you like to help the dwarf out of the pit, or ignore his pleas and walk back to the junction?
Oh, so he called us out for not wearing a collar.
He has, which, I'm tempted to think he probably hasn't given much away, because if we're going to help him out of the pit, that's going to become pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sort of tempted to say we've got to help him, haven't we?
I mean, that is what we came here to do. And he does need help.
Technically, no. We came here to kill the Yeti
Yeah.
that we killed an hour ago.
Well, yes, that's also true.
But, now we're going to be heroes and everything.
Best laid plans and all that.
Yeah. And Sparrow's got a point, I think. Historically, it has been a good idea to help dwarves. That was definitely helpful in the Trial of Champions or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Helping out a dwarf has never caused us any harm, I would say.
Okay, then let's help a dwarf. 376. I feel good about the dwarf helping. You lie down and lean over the edge of the pit and tell the dwarf to grab your arm. Much to the annoyance of the spectators above, the dwarf escapes from the pit. You run together back to the junction where the dwarf turns right. You tell the dwarf that you intend to carry straight on to find the Snow Witch, as turning right will lead you back to the Hall of Worship. The dwarf tells you that he must escape quickly and return to his village now that he's free. He thanks you for helping him and hands you a leather bag, then runs off, but before he disappears, he turns and shouts, "Beware the white rat." You open the leather bag and find a sling and 3 iron balls. Okay. Well, I have thoughts.
Sling. 3 iron balls.
3 iron balls.
Beware.
And why are we not going with the dwarf?
That's a good question. Especially as now we've clearly, we are part of their organization and we've set free somebody who they were, I assume, not particularly happy with.
Yeah.
It feels like that maybe we should be going with the dwarf.
It feels like yet another golden opportunity for spectacular cowardice has just been skipped over by the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without even the option.
Yes, I feel we're being a bit unfortunately controlled. It's as if Mr. Livingston believes that we're far more heroic than we actually are.
Mm. Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Maybe he's trying to inspire us to be more heroic than we actually are.
yes, maybe.
Maybe.
So you pack them away and set off along the tunnel, and we turn to 125 because, again, apparently we're not allowed to be cowards.
Mm.
Though, to be honest, as it turns out, cowardice can be a death sentence in these books as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The tunnel through the glacier soon leads down into the mountainside itself, and the walls change from ice to bare rock. You enter a large cavern, which has 3 other exits leading from it, one to your left, one to your right, and the main one, carved as a giant skull, lying directly opposite. As you enter, an ugly robed man steps out of the mouth of the skull, holding a glass prism in his outstretched hands. He commands you to turn back, as only the Snow Witch's personal servants are allowed inside the mountain. If you have a magic flute, you may wish to tell him that you've been asked to come and play it for the Snow Witch. Or you may attack him with your sword. Okay. We do not have a magic flute.
No.
And I'm guessing she does not enjoy the sound of the sling and 3 iron balls, which is a more esoteric instrument, I will grant you.
That's probably a good way to describe it. Yeah.
So we may attack him with the sword. It says may, but it's the only other option.
Sure. It's
1, 5,
another one
6.
of those choices.
So we will be heroic and attack him with our sword. 1, 5, 6. The ugly man sneers as you draw your sword. He rubs the prism. And suddenly 3 identical images of himself appear. They walk towards you. Each one has a dagger raised in its right hand. 2 of the images must be illusions, but which will you strike with your sword? Left, middle, or right?
Oh, wow.
That's all we get. Left, middle, or right?
That is all we get. Do you have a preference?
I mean, beyond we always go left, but I don't think that's for this situation.
No, it feels as though possibly not. Short of there being 3 images, I'm assuming all stood next to each other, holding a sword in their right hand.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the? I guess is that the person on the left that would have, because you don't want to be like swinging, and your image sword passes through someone's body. No,
Yeah.
wait, it doesn't matter either way, does it?
I mean, we could always ask the one on the left
Equally
what
as
the one on the right would tell us to do.
yeah, that's a good idea. Which one of these images tells the truth?
Yeah. I genuinely have no information. I'm quite tempted just to roll a die and, if it's a 1 or a 2, we attack left, and if it's a 3 or a 4, we attack middle, kind of thing.
Yeah, that works. I would say.
I don't have any other information to supply, basically.
No, it's pretty much a blind a blind choice, isn't it?
Okay, do you want to roll?
No, you go for it.
Okay. It's a 4, so middle. Okay, middle it is. 307. The illusionist laughs out loud. Your sword merely cuts through one of his images and his dagger plunges into your shoulder. Lose 2 stamina points. Okay.
Are we going to say that's both of us?
Yeah, I guess so.
It feels like we've been outdone rather than there was a choice in battle.
Turn to 279. Yeah, that is right. It's illusionist. Yeah, turn to 279. That's fine. The illusionist withdraws his dagger, and his 3 images prepare to strike you again. You decide to swipe your blade across all of the images in an attempt to strike the real illusionist. That's actually reasonably clever. Test your luck. Okay. So my luck is currently 9. What's yours?
My luck is not currently 9. It is currently 9.
So it doesn't really matter which of us tests it.
So it doesn't really matter, no. Entirely up to you.
I will go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, I rolled a 6. So my luck drops to 8. But lucky.
We are lucky.
We are collectively lucky.
Yes, of course, the royal we.
232. 232 because we are lucky. Okay. The illusionist screams in pain as your sword cuts into his side. He drops to the floor as his other 2 images fade away. As you step over him, he starts to laugh and stands up, his wound completely healed. Do you wish to thrust your sword at him again? Or try to smash the prism? Well, I'm tempted to say prism smashing is the way to go.
It's the thing that we haven't tried.
Yeah. You happy with that, or do you want to just stab him?
No, I'm happy with that.
Okay. We will try to smash the prism. That's 72.
Let's go for prism smashing.
72, prism smashing. You pretend to give up the fight and then suddenly leap at the illusionist. Catching him momentarily off guard, you manage to smash the prism out of his hands and throw it to the floor. It shatters into tiny pieces, and the illusionist turns and flees into the skull mouth, screaming at the top of his voice. Smoke rises from the shattered fragments of the prism and forms itself into the shape of a bald, fat man, a genie. Hovering in midair, he bows and thanks you for releasing him. He tells you that if you call on him, he will make you invisible, but once, as a token of his gratitude. Without saying another word, the image shimmers and disappears. Right. We now have to decide which way to go. So, hang on a minute. First of all, a quick note.
Note about the genie.
Yep.
That was my thought as well. Feels like something that could be very useful.
Yes. It does indeed. So, the next choice, basically, is enter the tunnel to your left, the tunnel to the right, or the middle tunnel, which is the big skull mouth. And as we feel like we've actually achieved a thing, this might be the perfect moment to take a break and call it a night for tonight. Because we can always come back and conclude another evening.
We can. That's true. That's true. And we've done quite well, I would say, to make it this far. It was touch and go for a while.
Yes.
For a couple of whiles, at least.
For a couple of whiles, yes.
Yeah.
And we not only have, achieved various things, but also I am only 2 points off my maximum of 19 stamina.
Ooh.
And I still have an entire provision.
And a potion?
I also have a potion, but not of stamina.
Yes.
My potion is of skill.
But you still have use of your potion.
I still have use of my potion, and apparently a genie that can make me invisible on demand.
Yeah.
I am aware that I must beware the white rat.
Yeah.
I have a warhammer, a spear, I guess I retrieved from the Yeti.
You would like to think so.
A cloak that allows us to basically stand on each other's shoulders and pretend to be human.
Yeah.
A sling and 3 iron balls.
Yes.
I am not currently as lucky as I once was, but my skill so far has held out, possibly meaning that choosing the potion of skill was a terrible, terrible error.
But only possibly.
Only possibly, because you never know what might befall us.
No, exactly.
Yes, it is. It is time, therefore, for us to call it a night, and we will resume this adventure at paragraph 72 when we next have an opportunity where it's just the two of us.
Yeah, that seems like a good place to call it. We've done reasonably well, I would say.
It feels like a good moment. Given that we have 3 choices and we have no idea which one to take.
Yes.
So let's work on that basis. So thank you very much, Ewan. I greatly appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
And thank you very much, everybody who joined us this evening. Or if you happen to randomly catch us on on demand, please address the urgent bathrobe question above.
Oh.
Right. The question part, because there's also a description part. Can the elf's cloak canonically be a faux fur and terry cloth bathrobe? The terry lining is pastel mint. The faux fur exterior is polar bear with tawny tips. I'm pretty sure the only descriptions we had was that it had a hood. And I think, didn't it say it was white in colour?
Yeah.
So,
which checks out.
Polar bear with tawny tips works perfectly for that.
Yeah.
And the terry lining, pastel mint, well, that would work beautifully. That very very pale sort of blue green with white is a very nice combination. Yes, I like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So canonically, it is indeed pastel mint lined and polar bear fur with a hood. Actually sounds really warm.
It does, which I guess is kind of the part of the point of these items of clothing.
I mean, my only concern is where exactly do you find a polar bear with tawny tipped fur, which is already lined with terry cloth in mint. You know, when you skin the animal.
Ooh.
I don't know that there are any that come pre-lined. I could be wrong. I've never actually skinned a polar bear. Maybe they all come that way.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my neck on the line and say that that's probably not the case.
Yep. I think you're probably right. But
Yeah.
as Sparrow says, we are dealing with a magical snow queen, so who knows? Right. Thank you very much, everybody. We will
Yes.
bid you a good night. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Ewan. It's been fun.
It has. Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to have a short little bedtime story that can make some choices. Although
Exactly
not as
that kind
many
of
as
thing.
we normally can.
Yes.
Must be said.
And obviously, we will be back next weekend with some stuff. So,
We will.
thank you very much and good night.
Good night.